Are we living in someone else's dream? The unsettling question of reality and the people around us. In the vast, desolate paths of life, as the poetically inclined might say, we find ourselves thrust into a starring role in a play of our own making. Or is it? We are each of us the undeniable main component of our individual experience. Our decisions paint the landscapes of our days. Our perceptions dictate the very texture of our reality. And our choices, however grand or mundane, shape the ultimate persona of our self-defined existence. We become, in this intensely personal narrative, an unstoppable force, compelled to live out the only life we know, our life. Yet even in this seemingly self-contained universe of a disquieting whisper sometimes surfaces. It's a shadow that stretches long and dark, obscuring the edges of our perceived reality, a chilling thought that creeps into the quieter moments. It asks, in a voice barely audible above the din of daily life, are the people around us truly real? Before you dismiss this as philosophical rambling, consider the premise. We are each of us trapped within the confines of our own consciousness. We experience the world through the filters of our senses, interpreted and processed by the intricate machinery of our brains. We see colors, hear sounds, feel textures, taste flavors, and smell scents, all subjective interpretations of external stimuli. We construct our reality based on these internal representations. Now extend this thought to the individuals we encounter every day, the barista who crafts our morning coffee, the colleague who shares office banter, the loved ones who fill our evenings with laughter and conversation. We perceive them, we interact with them, we build relationships and shared histories with them. But can we ever truly know their inner world? Can we ever definitively prove that they possess the same independent, self-aware consciousness that we experience in ourselves? The honest answer, unsettling as it might be, is no. We can't. We observe their actions, we hear their words, we interpret their expressions. But these are all external manifestations, data points that we process through our own subjective lens. We assume they are driven by internal motivations, thoughts, and feelings similar to our own. We assume they are conscious beings inhabiting their own independent realities. But is it possible that this assumption is wrong? Is it possible that the people we interact with, these intricate and seemingly autonomous individuals, are not quite what they seem? Are they perhaps elaborate constructs of our own minds, characters meticulously crafted to populate the stage of our solitary existence? This isn't to suggest a malevolent puppeteer pulling strings from behind the cosmic curtain. It's a more subtle and perhaps even more unnerving proposition. Could these others be sophisticated echoes of our own consciousness, projections of our deepest desires, fears, and expectations? Could they be exquisitely detailed decorations in the theater of our lonely existence, serving a purpose we may not even fully comprehend? Think about it. We can never directly access the consciousness of another being. We can never climb inside their mind and experience the world through their senses, feel their emotions, or understand their thoughts from their perspective. All we have are external indicators, behaviors that we interpret as signs of inner life. But behavior alone is not proof of consciousness. A sophisticated AI can mimic human conversation. A well-designed robot can perform complex tasks. Does that make them conscious? And if we can't definitively prove the consciousness of even the most intricate machine, how can we be absolutely certain about the consciousness of the people around us? The chilling implication is that perhaps we are, in a sense, living in someone else's dream, or more accurately, our own dream. A self-contained reality populated by figures who, while appearing independent, are ultimately reflections of our own inner world. They serve to challenge us, to comfort us, to provide the necessary interactions and conflicts that shape our personal narrative. They are the supporting cast in the epic drama of our life, playing roles we unconsciously assign them. This isn't a comfortable thought. It challenges the very foundation of our social interactions, our relationships, our understanding of empathy and connection. It casts a shadow over the warmth of a loving embrace, the sting of betrayal, the comfort of shared laughter. If these individuals are merely characters, Does their joy matter? Does their pain resonate? Does our connection hold true meaning? Perhaps the answer lies not in seeking definitive proof, which may forever remain elusive, but in accepting the inherent mystery. Life itself, as the opening quote suggests, is a mystery. We are flung into existence, adrift in a cosmos that dwarfs our comprehension, armed only with our senses and our minds to navigate the perplexing landscape of reality. Maybe the question of whether others are real in the way we perceive ourselves to be is ultimately unanswerable, and perhaps even irrelevant. What truly matters is the experience of connection, the feeling of empathy, the shared journey, regardless of the underlying metaphysical truth. We may never know for certain if the people we see and interact with are truly independent consciousnesses inhabiting their own realities, or simply characters adorning our lonely stage. But in the face of this profound uncertainty, we can still choose to treat them as real, to engage with them with empathy and respect, to build meaningful connections and share in the human experience. Perhaps, in the grand unknowable scheme of things, that is enough. Perhaps the beauty and the tragedy of existence lie precisely in this inherent ambiguity, in the unsettling but ultimately profound mystery of the other. For in questioning the reality of others, we are ultimately forced to confront the very nature of our own reality, our own consciousness, and the profound, perhaps ultimately unanswerable question of what it truly means to be alive. And maybe, just maybe, in embracing this mystery, we find a deeper, more authentic connection to both ourselves and the enigmatic figures who populate the fascinating and perhaps ultimately lonely landscape of our lives. For even if they are characters in our play, they are characters who, in their own unique and irreplaceable ways, shape the very essence of our story. And that in itself is profoundly real.